Hello, everybody. Casey here to do our Friday night live spiritual talk. So, how's everybody doing? So, tonight we're going to do the second Feminine Archangel Lady Holy Amethyst. Hi, Lion. How you doing? Lion? Yeah. How you doing tonight, hun? Breezy, how are you? How's everybody doing? Hey, Triple Moon, you made it early tonight. Hold on, I gotta clean my glasses. I'm getting better and better every day in every way. How are you doing? You're still at work, hon? Yeah. So you'll be in and out for us tonight. So we'll talk about how everybody's week has been, and then we'll talk about the Archangel Lady Holy Amethyst. This is going to be interesting. I know, hon. Hey, Jason, how you doing tonight, hon? So, Triple Moon, I ordered some powdered celery from Amazon, and I'm on the third morning, and I could already feel a difference. So you may want to check into that, hon. It's less expensive than some of the others. Yeah. Or just eat 5 stalks of celery every morning for at least a week and see how you feel, hon. What brand is it? Hold on, let me grab it. Oh, it was 60 degrees here today, and it's supposed to be almost 70 tomorrow. And for a few days, and then it's going to snow again. It's micro ingredients, organic celery juice powder. You don't like the strings? Yeah. Well, I like this. So this is it, hon. So I've been busy all week planting plants. I'm turning my kitchen into a greenhouse. Not only have my African violets gone nuts, but I started some marigolds for protection for the garden and some herbs and pumpkin and stuff like that. So yeah. I think it was less than $20, and the scoop is a little tiny scoop. This will last me for months. So that's how big the scoop is. Yeah. Let me see how much it was. Orders. This says $25.95, but I don't remember paying that much for it. Prices change on a lot of things. But like I said, that'll probably last me 6 months. You know? Did everybody drop off because we're not doing readings? 10 degrees above average, yeah. Yeah, so we're supposed to have really nice weather until Wednesday, and then the snow moves back in again. That's Colorado for you. We can have 75 degrees one day and 30 degrees weather and snow the next day. Yeah. That's okay. We need the moisture. 90% of Colorado is under drought. You know, I remember as a child looking at Mesa Verde, and it says it takes 10,000 years for a climate to change in an area. And I'm thinking, you know, I've seen major changes here in the last 50 years. Hi, Darlene. How you doing, hon? Yeah. Yeah. When I was a child, we used to be able to sled down the hills. And you know what's funny? This last snow, everybody was snowing down what they call Ruby Hill here. It was all adults because they all remembered what it was like to sled down that hill. We just don't get the snow like we used to. And it's still like summer. Well, I hope you guys have a wet winter anyway. I keep praying for us to have a wet spring. We don't have April showers anymore. You know, they used to say April showers bring May flowers. Well, there's no April showers. So Greg Braden talks in one of his books. Hi, PB. How are you, hon? Glad you joined us. So Greg Braden was talking in one of his books about he had a friend that was a medicine man. And he asked him if he wanted to go out and do a ceremony with him for rain. So Greg went with him, and this was down in New Mexico. They hiked back up into an area where there's a thousands of years old medicine wheel. And so he stepped into the medicine wheel and he did a rain dance. And he did the ceremony and they left. So the next day it started raining. And they hadn't had rain in like 9 months. And then it rained and rained and rained and rained. Yeah. And it didn't, and it was starting to flood everything. So he called his friend and he goes, how do you turn off the rain? And he goes, you know, we've lost so many ancient teachings now. Nobody ever taught us how to turn off the rain. I said, oh no. What kind of social game thing you going for, hon? I'm just waiting for more people to come in. Hi, Pinky Lee. How are you? We're not even, yeah. We haven't had a lot of rain for years now. The moon's still up? Yeah. Okay, so people are waiting for us to talk. Okay, so what kind of stuff did you guys have up this week? Have come up this week? I'm getting better and better every day in every way, Pinky. Thank you for asking. Thank you all for being here. So we'll talk a little bit about the things that everybody's been going through this week and if there is any healing work that needs to be done. Made me think of an old. Oh, I loved Creedence Clearwater Revival. I still have their albums. Yeah, that'd be good for you to get out and socialize, hon. So, has anybody had anything that come up this week after this full moon brought up all kinds of stuff that they want to talk about? I do have some Beatles vinyl. And I have probably about 345s too. I don't think these are worth a lot, hon. They're pretty old and scratched up. Oh, is there anybody else that could call and ask if you can get your daughter this weekend, hon? The second concert I ever went to was Creedence Clearwater Revival. The first one I went to was the Monkees. Tell me I'm not showing my age. And it's so funny because the first concert I ever took my oldest two kids to was Creedence Clearwater Revival. And my daughter is a Capricorn with an attitude, right? She's this little, my stuff doesn't stink person, right? So I take her to the concert and she goes, "That's stupid. They're all screaming and yelling. Why are they doing that?" Uh-huh. Now when you go to a concert, who's the one that's screaming and yelling and carrying on? Capricorns seem to start out very, very serious when they're young, and they get more youthful in their attitudes as they get older. I have the White Album on CDs, hun, but I don't have it in the vinyl. I have probably about, I don't know, maybe about 150 albums and probably about 345s. Um, so how many kids do you have total, Jason? And have you reached out to the son that you haven't talked to in years? Might be some time to do some healing there. Yes, I have Beatles. I have um, Moody Blues. I have Creedence Clearwater Revival. I have Monkees. I have, oh gosh, I have a lot of albums. So Jason, send him a message with a Creedence Clearwater Revival song attached to it. No, it's not from Kyle Gray. It's from, oh gosh, I knew I should have wrote it down. Yeah, I told you the name of it the other night. I remember that. Let's see. This one is by Okay. I need to write her name down. Claire Stone. And since I first learned about the violet flame, things have evolved since then. I got a fight with one of my, while she was fighting with me, one of my friends said that was not possible for anybody but Edgar Cayce to go into the Akashic Records. I told her things have changed since then. The universe evolves as we evolve, right? She goes, no, it's not possible. You can't go into the Akashic Records. And she cut me off. Hi, Enlightenment. Like I said, it's by Claire Stone. Oh, my goodness. Jason, you might try searching on Facebook first thing. Try it, hon. See if you can reconcile with this with your sons. And it says 5 space 3. How many did you have with the first marriage? I have Eagle albums too. I don't know if I have any Led Zeppelin or not. My dad would have had a fit if I had Led Zeppelin. He went along with, oh gosh, 1910 Bubblegum Company. Remember that one? What was the name of that song? Talk about memory lane. Yeah, I still buy stuff by the Eagles. And I do have Led Zeppelin because I have Stairway to Heaven. No, they're not cards, hon. This is an audiobook. Yeah, these are not cards. They're an audiobook. But I do know that Hay House has some cards on sale today. Shaman, they're by Colette Baron Reed and Alberto Villa, whatever his name is. Yeah, those are on sale today, half price. And they've got some books on Hay House that are 50% off. Which one did I? Okay. It is The Shaman's Dream Oracle is on sale for $15 and free shipping. And like I said, they have a bunch of their books on sale for 99 cents to $1.99. Yeah, I would reach out to him, Jason. There's no reason you're on your own, and it's time for healing situations like that, hon. We're all backing you up, hon. You have an account you made for him? Ah, but the thing is, does he use that one or did he start another one? So, Darlene, I would take some time. I would sign up for Hay House because they have cards on sale a lot. They have books on sale a lot. When I looked at Amazon to see how much the cards were there on there, it was like $26.99, and they're on sale for $15 on Hay House. because Hay House is the one that does them. And last week they had a bunch of Oracle and Tarot cards half price. Magic Planet. I'm going to have to check into that. Oh, I have a Steppenwolf album, Born to Be Wild. That was one of my favorites. I have some The Fix, Stand or Fall, Red Skies at Night. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that the kids and you shouldn't have a relationship, hon. Oh yeah, yeah. I tell you, I have at least 150 albums. But I was, back in the 60s, I was still a little kid. So I have a lot of stuff from 60s and 70s. Well, probably 70s mostly. Yeah. And I always had a bomb-ass stereo. When I was living out here on 40 acres, it was nice because I could turn my stereo up as loud as I wanted and just blast those songs. Absolutely loved it. My daughter was home by herself one day. She was in the shower when we were living in Denver. They came in. The police showed up. Yeah, I had Kenwood and I had Pioneer. So my daughter's taking a shower. She's blasting the music. Next thing she knows, they're knocking on the door. The police, they searched the house because they thought she was having a party because she was blasting the music. Yeah. My sisters were 13 and 15 years older than me, and they had records from the 50s. Hell, when my dad died, okay, I had to work when they decided they were going to go through the garage, and I told them, I said, I'm going to I have overtime. I said, can you reschedule it for another day? My sister said, no, it's already scheduled, it can't be changed. I thought, okay. So they went in and threw everything away. My dad had some almost brand new 78 albums. Those would have been worth some money. But they threw away all my stuff, all my son's stuff that he had stored in there, everything. They just started throwing everything away. So, Jason, ask for Lady Ariel to help you. Okay. And ask for Lady Holy Amethyst to help you. Find your son and find the truth. Okay. Hot Girl Vic, there's no list tonight. We're going to do spiritual talk. Okay. Yeah. And my sister, what was funny is you never know who they really are until somebody dies. My sister was always the person that would give her shirt off the back, her back. But then when my dad died, she went and took everything, her and her husband. My oldest sister was living in the house. She has diabetes and couldn't work. She had uncontrollable diabetes. They kicked her out of the house on the street and took over the house. It's like, when I die, just sell everything and donate it to the charity for dogs. Yeah, I know, hon. But it was what bothered me. So when my brother-in-law asked us to sign off on the house, I stood my ground and says, no, we need to get some money out of this situation because, yeah, because my sister, my oldest sister, didn't have any place to live. She ended up going to her son and oh, that turned into a bad situation. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. And we're not going to take anything with us anyway. You know, my brother-in-law took all his medals. He took all his guns. They took everything. His rings, his jewelry, everything. You know, everything, all the recipes. That's what I would have wanted was my mom and dad's recipes. I did get one of my mom's cookbooks though. That cookbook is a Betty Crocker, no, Better Homes and Gardens cookbook from the 1940s. It has fallen apart. I'm holding it together with rubber bands. Yeah. Jason, start asking for assistance, especially Lady Holy Amethyst, in finding your kids. Yeah. I know, hon. I know. That's what happened. Yeah. My my sis my sister's grandkids were going in and just taking whatever the hell they wanted. Just whatever the hell they wanted. And it should have been her, me, and my oldest sister sitting down and going through everything. They took my mom's china, left me 2 pieces. One of the grandkids took that. It should have been the 3 sisters sitting down and going through that. But I wasn't in a good point in my life. I was married to an abuser and had no self-esteem, didn't know how to stand up for myself. But that's okay. I have the memories, and everything my sister took, yeah, the 3 of us, everything my sister took, the middle sister, she stored everything in the attic in the garage. And then when she died, my brother-in-law threw away everything, all the family pictures, everything. I did get some pictures though. Exactly, the 3 of us. Because I remember as a child, my mom and my aunt sat down and started going through my grandpa's stuff. But I asked if I could have 3 little flags. Gosh, he had 3 little flags. And I asked if I could have them, and my aunt just flew into a fit. And I was 10 at the time. I'm telling you, those ladies terrified the hell out of me. My mom and my aunt, yeah. That's okay. I have the memories. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't take this stuff with me. But I'm just mad enough at my kids because, yeah, I'll probably just have somebody just sell everything and donate it. So if you get hot over this subject, take the time to use the bubble technique to clear it, hun, so it doesn't come up when somebody else in the family passes. Because in the long run, we have our memories, you know? Yeah. I have more regrets over things that have happened since I got out of my second marriage. It's like, okay, both husbands. I didn't think I could make it on my own, but yet I was doing it anyway. I just didn't see. It's interesting how we have our blocks and our points of view. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't take care of the kids by myself. Used the bubble earlier today? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So if you hear a lot of huff and puffing and toenails tapping on the ground, I gave the dog a bone earlier. She's running around the house trying to find a safe place to hide it. She's been running around all afternoon. So, we learn stuff every day. We grow every day. We leave stuff behind. And that's one of the things that, okay, so Holy Lady Amethyst. Yeah. So this is why I suggested Jason, Lady Holy Amethyst, because she has the ability to help us find the truth in situations. Yeah. Okay, we're half hour in. I guess we could start talking about. Tell me about your week. What kind of things have you guys gone through since Sunday with the full moon? What kind of stuff has come up for you? Subscribers, awesome. That's awesome. I know Triple Moon. Yeah, that was awesome. 1.1 thousand watches on one. So how did he react to that enlightenment? And Darlene, we're programmed like that. It's a program. When I go back and I think about that at Christmas, on my Facebook, I posted a picture. Okay. 1.3. That's awesome, girl. I told you to do what you're passionate about and they would come. That you just had to quit stressing and worrying about it and allow it to happen, hon. So Darlene, we're kind of programmed like that. You feel lighter? Good. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to process that either, hon. So, like I was starting to say, on Facebook, I posted a picture. They were showing a picture from the 1900s. At the end of the year, the women would all get on their knees and ask their husbands forgiveness for everything that they had done to upset them during the year. Girl, you have no, I don't get mad, but that pissed me off. That made me angry. And I don't get angry very easy anymore. It has been absolutely nuts. Exactly. And they were showing a picture. There was 4 men standing there and 4 women on their knees asking for forgiveness. I said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. But it only took a few months for the men to come in, take over all the temples, because the women were head of the temples. They were the priestesses. They had the freedom. the men came in and conquered them all and made them property. Hi, Snow Queen. Okay, we're still moving out of that energy. In the 1900s, in the 1900s, women were still property. Children were property. Rape was common. Molestation was common because they were all owned by the men. You know? And my Native American mentor, she says, we used to be here, okay? We came over here to the women being in charge. We came over here to the men being in charge. Now we have to come back to this again. Yeah. That's what I said. Hell no. Hell no. No, 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 no. And that's, yeah. I don't think my twin flame was very, I don't think he was very controlling, but he definitely had a male attitude about who was in charge. Yeah. And yeah, everything had to be his way. And then when I didn't go with it, he freaked out. It's like, no, I want more than what you want to give. I actually stood up for myself on that. And I'm sure that's part of the reason. And he triggered me. Yeah. He triggered me. It's like, okay, if I can go through this and it hurts, then why am I so worried about being out in front of people? That's when I started doing tarot on Facebook, and then now here. He's the one that triggered the change so I could come in and do this. Okay, so we're going to talk about Lady Holy Amethyst tonight, and this might give you some tools to work with enlightenment. Okay? So she is the archangel of the diamond light of alchemy. This used to be called the violet flame, but as we grow and expand, the universe grows and expands. Okay? Used to be the violet flame. Now, like I said, it's diamond light of alchemy. And Lady Holy Amethyst stands for the wholeness of the goddess. She helps us transcend the five senses from any energy feeders. She's one of the keepers of the sacred violet flame, which will help you transmute anything. Okay? We'll talk more about the violet flame. Okay, it says when your energy is crystal clear, she will assist you to slowly pierce the veils of illusion, and that starts with a psychic awakening. She has pale skin, violet eyes, hair. She wears, her dress is layers of lavender, purple, violet. Okay. She wears a crystalline heart, which reflects in her aura. She makes you feel serene, and when she's in your vicinity, your intuition increases. Yeah. That's one of my favorite stones, too. And violet is my favorite color. She stimulates clairvoyance, clairaudient, clairvision. She's the high priestess in the tarot cards, all-knowing wisdom keeper, holder of secrets. So she will only impart sacred knowledge to those who will use it with integrity. She helps you anchor spiritual basics into your life. She helps with conscious living and speaking. She is the angel of silence and can teach us to listen, to hear. Also to hear with higher vibes and inner ears. She helps you with the ability to maintain quiet and keep info to yourself. Because sometimes, she says she's had some people that she didn't know that she wasn't supposed to trust. She started to tell them something, and Lady Amethyst would give her a signal. Okay. But she encourages you to speak your truth. Okay. She can help with clearing lower energies, past life residue. Listen to this, ladies. She can help with clearing lower energies, past life residue, clearing ancestral karma, developing psychic gifts, enhancing your intuition, being honest, accessing vision, healing addictions, accessing the third eye, increasing listening. Her numbers are 999, 999, and 9,999. And these are magic numbers. So if you keep seeing a lot of nines, you know she's around. Okay? So her symbols are snakes, scarabs, and beetles. If she's around or your third eye's opening, you might feel a hot tingling sensation in your forehead. And her plants are lavender and African violets. These are plants of transformation. Okay? She also encourages us to clean up our energy and not leave a toxic trail. Now, one of the things that I've tried to teach you guys is to throw stuff into a suitcase. Okay? Fill the suitcase, take the suitcase and throw it into the violet flame in order to transform the energy. Okay? That helps not leave a toxic trail. So, yeah, encourages not to leave behind a toxic trail on Earth, not to leave traces of negativity wherever we have been, okay? She knows being human means that we are never going to not be around people that give us negative feelings. Yeah, I probably for 25 years, I would wake up at exactly 3 o'clock. And that's when your angels are supposed to be talking to you, okay? Now I take natural calm and I sleep through the night. It's a lack of magnesium. Okay, so we need to clear up our energetic vibes for ourselves. Develop habits of clearing and cleansing, transforming our feelings and our energy. Sets, and then okay, so when you do that, you are also protecting future generations. Okay, and this is something I tell you guys too. We're responsible for the next 7 generations, according to the Native Americans. Okay, so our ancestral patterns, like there's a pattern in my family of single parents raising kids. I can go back probably 6 generations for that pattern. And I had to do that. And I've been trying to clear that for everybody. It's lots of patterns of abuse in there, okay? I have been very vocal about all the abuse I went through because how many centuries was that taboo? Okay? If you don't make people aware of the patterns, they're not going to change. That is not very, very popular in this family. Okay? Because I tried to educate people on what was abuse and what wasn't. So when we clear all that, okay, we're protecting our future generations from that. And if we go back and clear stuff that was ancestral, we clear it back to whoever it came from, and we clear it for future generations also, okay? Then the lineage of suffering or the lesson ends with us. We have the power to protect future generations from our karma, diseases, and traits, patterns, points of view, negative self-talk. Yeah, and then heal that ancestral karma. Okay, she helps to transmute anything that is of a lower vibration, okay, from a negative thought, and then also to clear evil entities and to clear energy vampires from feeding on our auras, okay? So if you picture yourself in an actual violet flame, it'll help clear, everybody else's stuff out too that are attached to you. A lavender aura will sweep away the darkness and replace it with light. She and Archangel Michael team up to provide protection and energy clearings. She helps transmute psychic debris, and Archangel Michael seals up the aura, shielding it from further invasion. That's why when I do my protection, I ask for Archangel Michael to come in and seal the white Christ light of protection. Okay? So, yeah, they work for healing and clearing houses of unwanted energies. PB, are you still here, hon? Hi, Elmira. Okay, so, yeah. So call upon Archangel Michael and Lady Ariel to come in and clear the energy in your house. They are the standard toolkit for intuitives and psychics. Holy Amethyst has a dry sense of humor and a violet shower when you are scared. Oh, thanks, Elmira. Okay, a violet shower goes a long way to clear your fears. So I tell people all the time to take a rainbow shower, but if you're scared of something, okay, or something makes you uneasy, just picture a violet shower coming in and cleansing your aura. I like this. I did this. Oh my gosh, I did this last night. You can call in the violet fire dragons to sweep through the house to clear the energy. I loved that. Blazing and transmuting as they clear the way. Call upon her to create a blazing wall of fire in the doorways as security. This zaps away any negative energy it touches and won't allow the negative energy to come into your house. So the violet flame is the flame of transmutation. You can throw the negative energy into the violet fire and it will transform that energy. I remember things that, okay, so my friend had learned from Mother Mary, she had learned a meditation. So I kind of transformed it a little bit. I'd be driving down the highway, be sitting in the car, and I would visualize the sand that of all these things that I was carrying coming down through the body, through the feet, under the car, and a violet flame of like a blanket violet flame underneath the car, and everything would transform from whatever I had, and I asked for it to be transmuted into something healing for the earth and spread out around the world for earth. That's cool. Cool, Jason. Yeah. Use the violet flame, okay? Use it when relatives come or you have grumpy teenagers in the house. And if you feel you're contaminated, call in Lady Amethyst and the violet flame. It's a transformative tool used to transmit dark energies, self-doubt, limitations, belief systems, anything, fears. Okay. And on the, so she's also on the seventh ray with Saint Germain. Okay. They're on the seventh ray together, Saint Germain and Lady Portia. Okay, she also gives you access to light codes to clear junk DNA. She can initiate you into the violet flame. This energy will show you what you need to know about your shadow side. Okay? So so you can clear and replace anything in that shadow side that you're not aware of, okay? Because you don't want to push the shadow side away. You want to be aware of it, but it can cleanse the energy around it, so it's just a lesson. It's not something that's holding you back, okay? It says the diamond violet flame. Okay, so this is something you could say every day, okay? Diamond violet flame, be with me this hour. Show me my truth. Show me my power. Lady Amethyst, holy light, awaken in me now. God has given sight. Keep me pure day and night. I thought this was amazing. You can use this violet energy to make yourself invisible. I said, oh, I like that. I thought, how do you make yourself uninvisible? So you call in Lady Amethyst and ask to put the violet flame cloak over you. So you imagined her putting the cloak over your head first, putting it around your body, and then tying it for you. Okay? So, and you could practice. So if you see somebody you know, you could ask for this violet cape. Yeah. You can activate the violet cape so nobody will notice you, and see if your friends notice you. But make sure you take it off when you're finished. She says she learned her lesson because she was driving down the road. She forgot to take it out. She almost got hit 4 times. You need to be seen when you're driving. And you can place it over a child. Okay, I was kind of talking about this with PB the other night. Okay, how she could put spiritual protection up on the child, and this kind of reaffirms it. You can place it over a child, and especially a child is being bullied or picked on or something, so they're not seen by a specific person. You say, Holy Amethyst, under the law of grace, I ask that you place blank under the cloak of invisibility to blank if it is the highest good of all. Thank you. Amen. Okay. So we can do that for our children. And she's also a teacher of psychic awareness. She's the perfect teacher when you start out. She brings in a gradual awakening so you're not overwhelmed. So it's easy and balanced, okay? She works with your team. Now, she mentioned something about a gatekeeper. Ask to connect with your gatekeeper. This is a person, this is an angel, a light worker. Okay? This is a light worker that's been with you since birth. So I'm going to be asking tonight to be able to connect with my gatekeeper, to know who they are, to get to know them, to communicate with them. and to remember them in my dreams. Now she says we need to elevate our consciousness through meditation by having pure intentions and use your psychic protection. Now how can I talk about this? Okay, I put an intent out to the universe years ago. Everybody tell me it's not possible. I put an intent out to the universe years ago that I wanted to be in a walking state of meditation all the time. Maybe that's part of the reason that I don't get angry. And something has shifted the last 2 months. It's more intense. She can make you invisible to lower vibration entities when you're in meditation. Whenever you're meditating, make sure that you put your spiritual protection on. And I'm going to add, we have different worlds out there that we're connected to. We have our dream world. We have our spirit world. We have our empathic world. And I'm telling you to put extra protection. Not telling you, I'm suggesting that you put up extra protection around those worlds, okay? Especially now because we are going through vibrational and planetary changes. If you notice, the last 2 months, all of a sudden we have more shootings. It's because the vibration is raised from a 5 to a 10, and people are not adjusting well to this energy. They're either passing on or doing crazy stuff like that. Okay. Somebody told me on Facebook, I made the comment, I said, this is because of energetic shifts, you know. And one of the ladies came on, she's all into conspiracy theories. She goes, oh, so what's going on is not a means to take away our guns? I said, no, people can't stand the energy shifts. Okay. So ask her to make you invisible to lower vibration entities and to protect you from lower vibrational entities and vampires. So Lady Amethyst and Archangel Zadkiel, they hold the 7th ray of divine alchemy and transmutation. They assist with vibrational upgrades, ascension codes. They have the Temple of Etheric Purity in the mountains of Cuba. Zadkiel means righteousness of God. He helps people make good choices also and make the right decision. Now, if you're going to court, they said to call upon Archangel Zadkiel because he will make sure that there's a fair and just decision. He helps limit indulgences. He helps limit addictions. Now, if you're trying to quit smoking or if you're trying to quit caffeine, call upon Archangel Zadkiel. He'll help you with that. Yeah, because he transcends desires, addictions, gives you the power to say no. And he's the angel of justice. He's on, okay, I thought this was interesting. He's on the karmic board, and he's the head of the Akashic Records. I said, oh, I've been in the Akashic Records. You can call upon him. You can call upon the karmic board to show you what your contracts are in this lifetime and ask to review those contracts. I knew you could do that with the Akashic Records, but I didn't realize that even if you ask in the Akashic Records, it's still got to go before the karmic board. Okay? And it says if you want, okay, so one of her oil is rosemary essential oil. Her color is purple. She says you can put a white candle with rosemary on it and sit and meditate with that to call her in. So her crystals are amethyst, lapis lazuli, Herkimer diamond, lavender agate, spirit quartz. I never heard of that before. And fluoride. And don't forget to call her in to help raise your vibe. So that's what I have for tonight. Did that bring up anything that you guys want to talk about tonight? I have used the violet flame for years. I never used the invocations that they have. I just called it in order to transmute the energy from something negative or something that I wanted to release into something positive and healing for the world. Because who takes care of us more than anything? The earth does. So I try to send a lot of healing energy to the earth because she could shake us off anytime she wants. We're just here at her indulgence. Anybody got any questions? Yeah. See, and I wear an amethyst. And then my birthstone's a sapphire. Yeah. I transmute situations all the time. And if what I do when I'm scared of something, and this is something that I told Tiffany, she was terrified of that. What is that? That demon cricket? Absolutely terrified of it. No, that's okay. Okay, it depends on what kind of entity. If it's a positive entity, it may have been something that has been around us since we were created, that has come to be supportive of them. Not all entities are bad, okay? She should have asked, was this an entity that's beneficial for me? Negative entity. That's not possible. Okay? Have her try the violet flame, hun. You can't find it. Sometimes they vibrate in and out. You may find it. You may have brought it to this house, but it may be still at the old house, hun. So again, have her stand in the violet flame. Visualize a violet fire and standing in the middle of this fire and see if that doesn't clear off the negative entity, hun. Have her try it. And honey, don't ever let him tell you that you can never be rid of anything. We still have that gift of free will, you know? So, okay, so this is what popped in my head when you started talking about it. This entity is extraterrestrial. Yeah. But see, when they do that, when they tell you something like that, they're promoting fear. And I suppose they wanted money to clear that negative entity out. I would have her step into the violet fire and then call upon Archangel Michael to seal her energy field so this on all levels, all worlds, all dimensions, so that it doesn't reattach. And then two, I would ask, did I make an agreement before I came in for this entity to be attached to me? Because sometimes we agree with that in order to learn lessons, you know? Okay. Yeah. There's yeah. So yeah, Lady Amethyst would be a good one to help clear it. Call in her and the violet flame, and then it may show violet, but sometimes it may shine like a diamond also. Because I was reading that it says that some of the flames have integrated because the energy has shifted so much. The crystalline flame is now intertwined also with the violet flame. So sometimes it may look violet, sometimes it may look crystal clear. Okay. Call in that violet flame. Okay. Expand it out into the universe, to all her worlds, dimensions, lifetimes, realities known and unknown, and ask to clear this negative entity, transform it, and get rid. So get rid. I'm asking to get rid of. Okay. I'm asking to release all lower vibe entities attached to me in this lifetime, other lifetimes, dimensions, realities. Good, good. I'm glad she's listening, okay? We are made in the image of God, okay? And Jesus says, you can do all these things I can do and more. We just have to believe that we can do it. We are programmed with belief systems, cultural beliefs, points of view about how everything should be. Okay? We all came in to learn something different. We all came in to be different. We all came in to honor each other's differences. But organized religion, our culture, our families teach us this is right and this is wrong. If you don't fit, if you do not conform, you do not fit in. There's something wrong with you. That's not how the world was supposed to be. But it is called School of Earth because we are here to learn things. But mankind has twisted karma around as a control and manipulation. In fact, when Saint Germain achieved completion, okay, became an ascended master because he completed all the lifetimes on earth, learned all the lessons. He did it the hard way. He presented before the lords of karma. He said, okay, there's got to be an easier way for mankind to clear their karma and their lessons. He goes, I am offering my light to you, okay, for mankind to use to transform a lot of this karma. They said, okay, well, we'll think about this. And then they said, okay, we know how mankind abuses karma. So we're going to give this to just some devotees and see how they do with it. So then they decided, okay, the devotees did good with it, so we're going to open it up to all mankind. So it's just whoever seeks the teachings, whoever looks for truth and another reality. And like I said, question everything, even what I tell you. Find your own truth. And this stuff is all available for all of you to learn, to look at. It's not like I'm making it up. It's just lots and lots of teachings. Yeah, Lady Portia, Saint Germain are on the 7th ray, and so is Lady Amethyst. Yeah. I don't have his cards. I should get those. I have too many cards now. I can't get any more. Yeah. And the teachings are there. And if I go back to like it's interesting because if you go back and look at some of the teachers from the 1930s and the 1940s, there's Neville, there's Florence Scovel Shinn, What's the name of the other one? Edgar Cayce. And there were some other teachers. They're more pure, but things have evolved even on the other side, because as we grow and change, the universe grows and changes also. We were created for the universe to experience itself, and we are the grand experiment. We were gifted free will. Other places don't have free will. The whole universe is watching us because it's crazy here. Okay, hon, we're not doing readings tonight. We're just answering spiritual questions. It's more like class than it is readings, okay? So that's okay, Jason. Jason, just go have fun. Get out there and do something besides take pictures. Keepers of the light. Okay. Okay. Now, at the end of the year, just remember this, okay? Hay House puts things on sale all year long, but at the end of the year, they go through a clearance and they put just about everything on sale for half off. and Kyle Gray's on. They're the one. That's their publisher. In fact, they just put out some videos for some classes for him. So I was asking the other day because I keep looking at Alberto Villa, whatever his name is. I can't say his name. And I was looking at his stuff and I thought, should I go more into shamanism? And I got a big old no. Yeah, you get Hay House emails. Yeah. Yeah. So did you hear to call upon Archangel Zadkiel? Tell them to also stick a rose quartz into their pocket. Yeah, Archangel Zadkiel. Usually if you buy 2 decks, the shipping's free. Otherwise, it's like $5.99 or something. Yeah. So they see the tools are out there. It's just that we don't have anybody to tell us what the tools are. That's why I started this channel. You know, how are we going to know what to do, what we have available to us, if we don't get together and talk about this stuff? Oh my gosh. So are you in a community state, hun? Yeah, that's not good. And they're going to ask you, the first thing they're going to ask you is, has he ever used the credit card? Ever? Have you ever given him permission at any time to use the credit card? That's one of the first things they're going to ask you. Because one of my daughters ran up my credit cards and they said, have you ever given her permission to use any of your credit cards? No, I haven't. So So your credit card, yeah, because most credit cards will, if it's fraudulent, your credit cards will most of the time write them off. Oh. Did he get a hold of all the signatures? You're calling on archangels everywhere. We got 10 more we've got 10 more feminine archangels to go through. Last week was so intense, hun. It was so intense. I think we were all there during the Holocaust. We were clearing something for one person, and we were all clearing it. We were all yawning, and our eyes were watering. And when you yawn a lot, you're releasing something also. Yeah. It didn't matter who the signatures were. But if you tell the credit card company it's fraudulent, they write it off. That just seems kind of wonky. But I'm not legal. He signed your name? Is his signature anything like yours? That alone, I would think, showing your signature compared to his would be a wake-up call, I would think. Oh my gosh, girl, I'm sorry you're going through that. Darlene, like I said, check under their sales. They've got a bunch of books anywhere from 99 cents to $1.99 on Kindle right now. Yeah, they don't check the signatures anymore, but you should be able to point out to the credit card company, this is not my signature, it's fraudulent. Because she ran up $10,000 worth of charges. Casey, how are you, hon? I was dreaming about you last night. Wondering what we did to upset you that you haven't been here. So call in the violet flame, call in the lavender energy. Yes, dreaming about you. Okay, because that helps transmute the fears. Okay, so you needed to be here. Yeah. Yeah, $12,000 is a lot. And they wrote them all off. I just told them, this is not mine. This is not my signature. None of this is mine. So put yourself in the violet flame to clear the fear. Okay. Call upon Archangel Raziel to go to court with you. Okay. So a friend of mine had me doing this for years. Every time I had to go to court. Yes. And this is something else I do sometimes when I have fear, or if I have something that I feel like the bubble technique's not clearing up, whether it's mine or not mine, sometimes I have a purple tornado come in and vacuum it all up. We're gonna do a talk on dragons. But I think after these angels, I think we're gonna do the power of the spoken word. Because we create our realities with our thoughts, yeah. But every time you feel that fear, hun, have that purple tornado come in and suck out all that fear. How you been, Casey? Yes. Casey's a mover and shaker. Okay. Casey has got past the karma, a lot of the karma that a lot of us are dealing with, because most of the time the positive affirmations will not work if you have not cleared up the underlying belief systems. Casey seems to have come in with the ability, she's cleared a lot of that stuff, I think, in several lifetimes. She's a mover and shaker. She just manifests things like crazy. We've all missed you, Casey. They work for you, but see that this is one of the problems with The Secret and the positive affirmations. If you have belief systems underneath, you know, then they're going to keep you from manifesting things. But you seem to have come in with a lot of that stuff cleared out already. Yeah. Yeah, Casey's awesome at manifesting things. She's cleared out all that past, those belief systems and stuff. And I'm so grateful for her and showing us the way, you know. She's showing us the way it could be when we clear out all our stuff. Four of your 22 projects. The only thing I want to manifest right now is just to hit 1,000 and make all my mods happy. What kind of new hobby did you start, hun? So right now we're working on the feminine archangels, hun. Last week was Archangel Lady Ariel, and this week was Archangel Lady Holy Amethyst. What kind of new hobby, hun? Girl, as much as you manifest, you'll get through those 22 projects quickly. I'm sorry, enlightenment. I would throw him into the violet flame. You're obsessed with dry. Good. Good, good, good. You'll have to send me some of your pictures, hon, so I could see them. I got RM2 started on art. I've been getting back into mine a little bit. In fact, next weekend I'm going down my daughter's house for her friends to come over, and I'm going to show them how we're going to do, like, what do they call them? Sip and paint. That's awesome, girl. You see, you do analytical stuff all the time. All the time. Yeah. You need that artistic stuff for balance, hon. And I told everybody when COVID started, you know, find a hobby, and I can honestly say that RM2 took me serious. She started a whole new field of art. She's got stuff in she's got stuff on Instagram. Yeah. What's it? Good, Jason. Have some fun, hun. You need to get out. Have some fun, hun. Where'd it go? The Leo rising. And then I'm all Libra, so it's like, yeah, I've got to have that art. Oh. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you, Casey. I want you to do an egg picture. Okay? There's like 12 colors between white and black. I want you to do an egg picture. Without and don't be, yes, an egg. Don't be scared to use black. One of the first things people do, okay, that they're scared of when they do art is they're scared of the black. Make sure that shadow underneath the ball is black. And there's only one Strathmore, number 8 Strathmore. That's the only pencil that makes a true black. But I want you to do an egg picture from the white to the black using as many of the different shades as you can make. My grandson draws and he just had a fit. He couldn't do that. So do from the black to the white. But that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. The thing is, try to make the picture look like a black and white photograph. We had to do that in college. We had to do that in college. And I hated it in college because they sit there and they make you critique everybody else's work. Art is subjective. Art is subjective. Oh, look at that. You think it was an apple? You think it was an apple? Don't forget to don't be scared of doing the light to the dark, hun. And things will pop more if you're not scared of the black, okay? That's awesome though. I'm so happy that you're doing this. I'm so happy you're doing this. A lot of food. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Pretty dang good, girl. Good for you. I'm happy that you're doing that. Everybody should have a hobby. Everybody should be tapping into their creativity, you know? What the heck? I had a message from Jason. Now I can't find it. Yeah. Practice with the egg. That'll help you with the shading. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. It looks like a donut, hun. And yes, that you're funny. It's all food. Okay, you have a good night, hun. I hope you enjoy your grandchildren. That's awesome. Yeah, look at those hills. That's awesome, Jason. What did he sent me another message. Have you done any painting yet, Casey? I did one. I wasn't happy with it. I did one down my daughter's. Was not happy with it. Get rid of that. Where is it? That's too, look at you, too much to clean. You're funny. Where is that picture? You like chalk? Chalk's messier than painting, girl. Chalk is messier than painting. You're funny. Where's my gallery? Yeah, I need to get back into my painting. Right now I'm turning my kitchen into a greenhouse. I've been going crazy starting plants left and right. Where's my gallery? Camera. Chalk is pretty and you can mix the colors and stuff. But again, don't be scared of the dark colors. I don't know where my gallery is. You go, girl. Again, girl, don't be scared of the black. Don't be scared of the black. Yeah, that's a lot of detail. That would take you longer, hun. Is that chalk or is that colored pencils? Now get the waxy colored pencils because you could start out real light and then you can mix the colors and layer it like a wax. I did a picture of a jalapeno pepper one time that looked real because you just slowly, gradually build up the wax a little bit at a time. You go, girl. Who else has gifts, talents, and abilities that they're not telling us about? Doggone it. I had a message from. Yeah, that strawberry looks good. That's chalk. Yeah. Yeah. Good for you. Are you, what the heck? Jason, you sent me a message and I can't find it. Okay. There it is. Okay. So does anybody else have anything they want to talk about tonight? Any clearings they want to do? Everybody's quiet tonight. Is it because the weather's nicer? Nobody talking tonight? Damn work keeps her away from drawing. Huh? We all need that outlet. Darlene, you still here? I guess nobody wants to talk tonight. Nobody's got any spiritual questions, anything they want to talk about, anything they've gone through during this week? Well, if nobody's got anything they want to talk about, I guess we'll wrap it up for tonight. It's been a hectic week. You know, yeah, because I didn't realize, okay, so I was telling everybody on Sunday, and even on Wednesday, I said, write up your lists of everything. Sit down and write a heartfelt letter to yourself of all your hurts, your disappointments, everything, and burn it. Okay. I didn't realize that this was a super moon and it will be affecting us for 6 months. So yeah. So lots of cleansing and clearing big time for the next 6 months. So one of the things I can suggest, hon, is ask for your body and your spirit to align with all the planetary and energetic shifts that are going on all worlds, dimensions, realities known and unknown, and see if that doesn't lighten things up for you. I would also ask for extra protection on your dream world, your imaginative world, and your empathic world, okay? And see if that doesn't help any. And who does it belong to? Because a lot of times, most of what we're picking up is not ours. We're just carrying everybody else's stuff. Yeah. So it's been interesting. I've been, yeah. I released a lot of stuff, yeah. And so I had a reading done on Keen last night because I had a promotional credit. And she told me some stuff that she says the reason that I can't block my twin flame, whatever. She goes, the heart has the door open and he's got his door open too. She goes, as long as your heart feels like there is a chance for reconciliation, your heart's not going to let go of this. I said, oh, come on, I'm trying to move forward. It's been a long time. And I wasn't emotional when I went to bed, but I was laying there and I had a tear come out, right eye. And then today, same thing. A tear was couple tears came out on right eye. It's like, I don't know if that's the feminine side or I have to remember. But it's, yeah, things are, stay grounded, hun. Keep asking, who does it belong to? Make sure you're got your spiritual protection up. Like I said, make sure you put your spiritual protection up on your empathic world, because yeah, that can shift the energy a lot right there. You can ask Archangel Michael to come in and seal those worlds also. Yeah. Part of the healing process, yeah. But it's like, spend all his time doing all his work on you, and your twin flame keeps popping up, and it's like he's not doing the work. I'm not getting any younger, and I know if Tiffany was here, she'd yell at me. And all I want to do is experience a healthy, loving relationship in this lifetime. You did text him today. Did he answer, hon? And he would probably answer if I just asked, because last February, I emailed him and I said, saying prayers for you and your family through all of this. And he messaged back and he goes, be safe, be healthy for you and your loved ones. So, and he did it quick. He did it like within 5 minutes. I know that I deserve a happy, loving relationship. I do. It's just, why am I stuck on this guy? Why am I stuck on my twin flame? Why can't I get past this man? And then every time I have a reading, not even asking about him, and he pops up, it's like a tower moment all over again. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? I didn't even ask about him last night. She told me, she says, I don't see it anytime soon, but he will be back. She says, I see another guy coming in possibly by the end of August. So just out of curiosity today, I asked, is it possible that he could be coming back by the end of August? And I have this new deck of cards that I keep playing with. These are awesome cards. I'm still learning their personality, okay? And it said that it was possible he'd be back by the end of August, but yeah. He's not narcissistic. He's awesome. It's just, I was married to 2 narcissists. My dad was a narcissist, and the only relationships I've had were my 2 husbands and him. Girl, I haven't even dated. He's not a narcissist. He's a nice guy. I panicked because this man was not ready for an emotional commitment. He was holding me at arm's length, and I panicked and I pushed him away. And we reconnected for about 3 months again. But then by then he was skittish. And he didn't tell me. He told me at first that he had gone through a divorce 10 years before, but I think that he was going through the divorce when we were first talking, because first time he came over, he says, well, my house is almost paid off. Next time he says, I had to refinance the house to pay her off. And I thought, he's not done with the divorce yet. And he's a hardworking Capricorn, having to pay half of everything he has to somebody. Yeah, well, I do send him I send him love and forgiveness, and send him back to source for further learning. But he's got a lot of healing to do. But like I said, I'm not getting any younger, and I got scared because I got so sick in December, And my doctor's telling me now things like, well, you need to come up with a plan B. You almost died. And because what if you can't live by yourself anymore? Okay, do you know the name of the video, hon? I'm familiar with Gabriel Gonzalez. And yeah, Darlene and I mirror each other a lot. But she told me that the doorways were open on both sides. I said, can I close that door? And she goes, no. As long as your heart feels like there is a possibility that you can come back together, that door is not going to shut. Heartfelt energy. Okay. And it's like, oh my God, I'm trying to move forward. Yeah. See, but he comes to me in my dreams. He tells me he's coming back, and then he comes in and shows me things. He comes in and checks on me. Yeah. Thank you, hon. I'm going to look that up. And it's like, oh, it's like, just keep me hanging on. Okay. Exactly. And as long as our heart feels like there's a possibility, you know. But she said this, yeah. And this guy's younger than me, so he's not going to think in period of how much time we would have together, you know. And then getting a scare like that in December, it's like, yeah, not fun. My doctor did ask me, what are you doing that's making a difference? Because you almost died 2 months ago. I said, digestive enzymes. Because if you do not have the correct digestive enzymes, you go into malnutrition. And I went into a severe B12 anemia. And my blood was all screwed up. I couldn't even walk 2 feet without almost passing out. It was bad. I'm still building up stamina. You know, now I could go to town and back without having to come home and take a nap. I can fooling around most of the day and not have to take a nap. So it's just been a long, slow process. I have no patience anymore. I used to be the most patient person in the world, but I just, yeah. So it's all learning process. I had no idea about twin flames until this guy came in. And I had things happening that I had never experienced before. See, mine is a B12 anemia. And if you're not absorbing your nutrients in your intestines, yeah. This guy's 12 years younger than me, honey. He's 12 years younger than me. My second husband was 13 years younger than me. He just come in and swept me off my feet. Yeah. This guy's only 5 years older than my 5 years older than my oldest son. That's crazy. And I and I met him online, and I have no idea why I answered him. He didn't have a picture. And he was younger than me, and everybody else that was younger than me, I kept deleting. Why did I answer him? You know, why did I answer him? And you know what was funny? I'm telling you, girl, the energy has shifted. I was talking to Tiffany the other night and her about her potential. I'm looking at her name. I'm trying to say Tiffany, and Jason comes out of my mouth. Okay, that's somebody that just came back into her life. She goes, I can't believe you just. So last week I did not go work. Yeah, last week I didn't go work at the food bank. Okay, because I didn't feel up to it. I went in today and they said, oh, we're closed. Because everybody that has worked at the food bank all week, 25 people all came down with COVID. The county sheriff went in and closed down the food bank. Yeah, I met him in person. Yeah, we spent some time together, and we texted back and forth too when he had time. You know, he was messaging me every day. Hi, Midnight Meditations. How are you tonight, hon? You know, so it, and I can understand that he was working 2 jobs and he was busy. But there has to be a point after 8 months where something starts moving forward, you know. I am getting better and better every day in every way. How are you tonight, hon? I I guess you would say he's cute. It's funny because all these men, when they hit around 50 or late 40s, they all start growing beards. Hi, Tash. How are you tonight? So we were talking about Archangel Lady Amethyst tonight. Some interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. And she was talking about putting up an invisible shield. You can ask for her invisible shield. She will come in and put a violet cape on you, put it on your head first, and then tie it around you, and then you could call upon that cape to make yourself invisible when you run into somebody to see if they see you or not. And I was telling Midnight that men don't see me, I'm invisible, and I don't know how to quite clear that. I don't know how to quite clear that. I keep clearing it in the bubble, but there's got to be a deep programming in there somewhere. And you're already wearing that cape. Yeah, Midnight does have a great voice. And he's got a little beard too. That's a good thought. Thank you, Midnight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I was going to tell you a little story. When I was with my, okay, I was raised as not to be seen or heard. I was shy. I was introverted, afraid of creating karma, had no boundaries. Married a guy that I was the trophy wife. We used to go to parties with multimillionaires, and they used to grab my ass all the time. Then you wonder why I'm invisible? Austin, how are you doing, hon? So yeah, and I'm sure that's why I gained weight too, because I didn't know how to deal with all these guys grabbing my butt. I was just the trophy wife. I was a possession. I was not a person. So that's why I made myself invisible. Oh, thanks, hon. I take their credit cards. Girl, I was too shy. I didn't know how to handle that kind of stuff. I was shy. I was introverted. Yeah. Yeah. I and the only relationships I've had were with my two husbands and my twin flame. Hey, Wolf. Hey, Tash. Yeah. Animals I know. Yeah. So Lady Amethyst, she so I teach about the violet flame, how to use it all the time, but for the research I was doing, okay, she's the violet flame, the energy has shifted so much. The violet flame is now integrated with other flames, and it's become a diamond light of alchemy now. And Lady Amethyst will go in and she will help you with fears, help you find truth and clarity. If you are, yeah, oh yeah, it was a hell of a different world. It was still, it was still the reality that women were possessions. Oh, that's awesome, awesome. Yeah, we were still. This is still. We were talking about this earlier about women being possessions. Okay. Midnight, I was telling him about a photo that appeared on my Facebook. It was a picture of women on their hands and knees at Christmas from the early 1900s. They were on their hands and knees at Christmas asking their husbands for forgiveness for everything they had done to upset them all year. Oh, hell no. Yeah. Oh, yes, honey. Yeah. But the women are shifting things. The women are shifting things. This is where we need to set boundaries, where we need to tap into our own love for ourselves. Yeah. You need a chart read. Darlene, I haven't had a chart read. You can talk to Austin. Austin does charts, but oh, but this was here in America in the early 1900s. We're still fighting that. Okay, centuries ago, yeah, our Austin, Astro Ascension Tarot, he does charts. What's the name of your person again that you usually see, Casey? I keep I keep getting distracted. Yeah, our Austin, right here. Astro Ascension Tarot. He does readings. Yeah. So the men conquered all the women, made them property centuries ago. Okay. And women are still fighting that today around the world. Yeah, on his site. He's got a website. Yes, but some men took exception because the women held the temples, they held the power, and some men took exception to it and conquered all the temples and made women property. Yep. Yep. What's your person that does readings in Hawaii, Casey? Oh yeah. But all it took was one group of men to take exception to the women having free will and choice to change everything. She could hyphenate it, Austin. She could hyphenate it. See, we're promoting you, Austin. Yeah. And my Native American teacher said, we started out here, we went to here with the men in charge. Now we need to, while the women were in charge first, then the men were in charge. Now we need to come back to here. And it's interesting because if you listen to the Dalai Lama, he says Western women are the ones that are going to save the world. Yeah. So Lady Amethyst will encourage you to speak the truth. She'll help you find the truth. Next Friday? Okay. Yeah. She will, okay, she helps you clear lower energies, past life residue, clearing ancestral karma, developing psychic gifts, enhancing your intuition, being honest, accessing wisdom, healing addictions, accessing the third eye, increasing listening. Okay. She encourages this to clear our energy constantly because we do not want to leave a toxic trail. So one of the gals I was talking to earlier, I told her one of the tools that I have used for a long time, she helps clear fear. Okay, she helps clear fear. So one of the things I do is sometimes I call in a purple tornado to come in and clear something away. Okay. But it was also talking about you can call in violet fire dragons to sweep through your house and clear the energy. Yeah, the Dalai Lama is awesome. I said, ooh, I did this last night. I called in the dragons to come in and clear the energy in the house. You could put a wall of violet fire at your doors and your windows so that none of the negative energy comes in with somebody. Okay, so Archangel Zadkiel and Amethyst both give you access to the light codes. They clear junk DNA. Lady Amethyst can initiate you into the violet flame. This energy will show you what you need to know. And if you're working with your shadow side, she can help you clear the energy. Yeah. Well, yeah, the violet flame. I have used the violet flame for decades now. You know, I would be driving down the road and releasing all this stuff and putting it through the violet flame, transforming it into something healing for the world. Who needs healing more than we do? The earth does. Okay? The earth does. She tolerates us. She lets us be here. She could shake us off anytime she wants. What else was I going to talk about? Okay, if you ask her for help, she will help you with your intuitive abilities. She works with you so that you're not bombarded. Everything comes in gradual and you're not overwhelmed. And that's what a lot of people do that don't have any kind of spiritual protection. Yeah. She also, if you put the violet flame on you before you go into meditation, it keeps away lower vibe entities. Okay. And it's in the violet flame, but the violet flame has merged with other colors. So now it doesn't just show up as the violet flame, it shows up as a diamond color with all the colors radiating in it too. And Archangel Zadkiel is the angel of justice. If you have to go to court, okay, if you have to go into court and you want the truth to come out, take it, Archangel Zadkiel in with you. He also helps with addictions, indulgences, desires, gives you the power to say no. So if you're trying to kick cigarettes or coffee, something like that, then you can call in Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, he will help you have a little bit of willpower and say no. He's also the angel of justice. He's on the karmic board. Okay, you got your Greek cards? That's awesome. You're going to have to send me a picture, Austin. Now, I knew that you could go to the Akashic Records and ask to amend contracts, but I didn't realize that you could go in and ask the Akashic Records, but that still has to go to the karmic board. And Archangel Zadkiel is on the karmic board. You can go in and ask permission to amend your contracts. But it's got to go through the karmic board first. And the karmic board is when Saint Germain came in, he offered his light for people to be able to transform their karma, because he went through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime to clear all his karma, and he became an ascended master. So he offered his light so we would have the ability to transform karma, lessons, all kinds of things. So yeah. I want to see your Greek cards, Austin. So that's what we were talking about tonight. That was just a quick review of it. You have Apollo energy in you? Cool. What are your Greek cards, hon? Oh my God. If he does it on Zoom, okay? If he does it on Zoom, you could zoom your picture out and just talk to him, hon. Look at you, girl. So how was everybody's week? Are you guys dealing with a lot of heavy energies this week? I didn't realize when I was telling everybody, okay, I have no idea where, okay, I know I have been working on gardening. I'm turning my kitchen into a greenhouse. I'm turning into the crazy plant lady. My oregano's coming up. Some of the pumpkins is coming up. I've been staying. Okay, so I didn't realize that this full moon was a super moon. Okay, I was telling everybody to write up a list and burn it. Okay, to write a heartfelt list to yourself. All your disappointments, hurts, everything, and burn it. I didn't realize this was a super moon. This will be changing things for the next 6 months. And yeah, things are shifting, Midnight. Things are shifting. But then you have a hard job anyway, Midnight. Yeah. I did find out. I went Okay, so I went to the food bank to volunteer today, and it's closed because 25 people are all down with COVID. The sheriff went down and shut down the food bank. I did not go in last week because I didn't feel good. Good thing I didn't, or I'd be down with COVID right now too. That was not a good situation. So, and I asked, I said, well, how's everybody doing? They said, well, they're all sick, but they're not bad yet. 25 people. That's not good. And they have all this food coming in, and they didn't have anybody to put the food away. But they wouldn't let me in to go in and help. But that's okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Something has shifted the last 2 months. The other night I was doing a reading. I was talking to Tiffany, and I'm looking at her name, and I'm trying to say Tiffany, and all I could get out of my mouth was Jason. I said, why am I saying Jason? I'm trying to say Tiffany. I'm looking at Tiffany, and Jason comes out of my mouth. Because I told her she had another potential coming in, right? She messages me, says, oh my God, one of my old friends named Jason just came back into my life. And then she talked to him the next couple days, and he is interested in her. I said, wow. No matter what I tried to say, the only thing that would come out of my mouth was Jason. Sometimes I'm so in awe of the universe, I don't know what to say. And one of the things I was talking about earlier, because it says, you could ask Archangel Amethyst to help you in meditation, that she can transmute the vibes of lower vibe entities that could attack you during meditation. And so years ago, probably about 12 years ago, I put out my intention to the universe. And I had a bunch of people tell me, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. I put out to my intention to the universe that I wanted to be in a state of walking meditation all the time. No, that's not possible. You can't do that. And I thought, yeah, it is possible. Anything's possible if we allow it, So I think that's maybe that's part of what's manifesting now. Because I'm picking up stuff that I have no idea. And it was funny because I had a doctor here from the health insurance. They come out once a year because I'm older and do an evaluation. And I told him, I said, he was asking me what kind of YouTube channel I do. And I said, I do spiritual talks and stuff. And I said, I try to work with empathic people to help them. He goes, what's an empath? And I told him, I said, you ever knew who was going to call before you answered the phone? You ever had a little feeling that you should take a different direction home? I said, that's all empathic abilities. He goes, I'm going to be thinking about that all the way home now. Yeah. When I first started learning meditation, we would do the rosary on Tuesday nights and we would have class on Thursday nights. So we were doing the rosary one night and Mary appeared in the room and the whole room broke out in the smell of roses. Okay. That was awesome. We could actually see her with the veil, the long hair, everything. Everybody saw it. It was absolutely phenomenal. I've had some awesome experiences. Yeah. My granddaughter wanted some mala beads, so I gave her some for Christmas. Yeah. I don't so much pray. Occasionally I do, But you know what? I just kind of walk around and talk to the universe all day long in conversation and wait for what pops up. Same thing when I talk to my body, I ask my body questions and I wait for answers. And it must be working because the doctor told me I was dying 2 months ago. He goes, "What are you doing different?" I said, "I'm listening to my body." It tells me things. The universe tells me things. But one of the things, my greatest fear is, okay, universe, please let me know if I'm misleading anybody. And that's one of the reasons I tell everybody, question everything, even what I tell you. Find your own truth. I'm just here to be supportive of people that are starting on their paths. And if we don't help each other, who's going to help us? You know? There's got to be someone with some knowledge out there and somebody to ask questions of. And that's what I'm trying to do. And for some reason, I keep thinking of the purple tornado that keeps coming up. Yeah. And Mother Mary's energy is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. If you go back and look at some in some of the older teachings, the rosary has been changed too. So it's you have to go back and look at the older teachings. It just upsets me that everything so much was changed in order to deceive us and control us. Yeah. I still have my rosary. Like I said, I just have a tendency to walk around all day long talking to the universe and saying thank you, God. I remember my granddaughters telling me one day, "Grandma, why do you say thank you, God, so much?" I said, "Because I have a lot of things to be thankful for." Lots of things. Did you see that there was okay, so some of the Gregorian chants, one of the women's church somewhere over in Europe put out a bunch of Gregorian chants for Holy Week. I think Gregorian chants are awesome. But those are a form of prayer too. Yeah, that's a lot of psalms. A lot of psalms. And if you look at some of the Eastern religions, when you do the chants, you have to do them like 108 times. Oh yeah. When I have a cassette of chant. I don't remember if I got it in CD or not. If I don't have it in CD, I need to go over. The library has a way to convert cassettes into CDs now. And chant was, I just fell in love with that cassette when it came out. And you know how we started out talking tonight? We were talking about vinyl. I have probably 150 vinyl albums and probably 345s and a bunch of cassettes. And a lot of the cassettes are metaphysical music, like the chants. There's one called "Tear of the Moon" by Coyote Oldman. There are some music, Cicada by Duder. I would go to a metaphysical class and somebody would have the Gregorian chants on, and it's like, ooh, what's the name of this? Yeah. They're so beautiful because they're a cappella, you know? I remember 8 tracks too. In fact, probably about a year and a half ago, I had to get everything out of my storage and I threw a bunch of them away. Yeah, we were talking about Creedence Clearwater Revival also. Yeah, I threw away a bunch of 8 tracks and I probably should have held on to them because they're probably worth a lot of money. It seems like every time I throw something away, then I find out later that it's worth a lot of money. I had a Miss Revlon doll, the rubber band and the body. She was the first doll that would twist. She was in good condition, but the rubber band kept breaking it. So I threw it away. 2 days later, found out it was worth $1,500. It's like, okay, how many times in my lifetime have I thrown something away or given something away and then found out it was worth a lot of money later? That's a good example of where do we allow ourselves to have abundance? You know, we block our abundance. Oh, Creedence Clearwater Revival was awesome. But the Monkees were around before Creedence Clearwater Revival. But Creedence Clearwater Revival had a sound of their own that was just awesome. I haven't bought any metaphysic music for a long time. Of course, I haven't been anywhere the last couple years, but and there's no station out there that plays the new age music anymore. There used to be a station up in Steamboat Springs that you'd be coming down the mountain off of Rabbit Ears Pass, and you'd run into this music. They would play a soft rock, and then they would play metaphysical music and go back and forth. It was an awesome channel. Yeah. Before 8 tracks, they had some like little cassettes. They used to sell them at Sears. They had like little cassettes with the whole album on them that you would put in like an 8 track. I just threw that away too. We're showing our age. I remember 8 tracks. Yeah. I just keep, both my husbands were pack rats. So I went from a 4,000 square foot, a 3,000 square foot house in Denver with all the crap my first husband did to a 4,000 square foot house in Elizabeth. And then that was full of boxes. And I spent a couple years going through getting rid of most of those boxes and then having to go through everything in the garage. It's like I got rid of half of everything I had, and I'm still going through everything and getting rid of half of stuff. I'm down now to mostly my stuff and have a lot of camping stuff, and yeah. I had my 4,000 square foot house was on 40 acres. And I had a multi-million-dollar view of the whole Front Range. Yeah. And now I'm in a little 1,500 square foot. I don't even think it's 1,500 square foot. Maybe 1,000 square foot. I don't know. So I miss having that 40 acres though. And I used to have a awesome stereo system. Throw in my music, turn the volume up, and not have to worry about the police showing up because the music was too loud. That was a huge plus. I was telling him earlier, my daughter was home by herself one day. She was blasting the stereo. She was taking a shower. When she got out of the shower, the police were banging on the door, searched the house because they thought she was having a party. That was crazy. And I was trying to get that stereo to work the other day. It doesn't work. I don't know if it got broken the last move or what. Speakers still work, but the stereo doesn't. That sucks. Miss my music. That's funny because that's the house where it had the vortex on it and it had the the pixies and the fairies and um, what are they called? Brownies. The brownies, when they appear, they go poof when you see them. Yeah, Austin, how's your music coming? That house was interesting. That house had shadows walking through it. The pixies. That house had everything running through it. So when we cleared the energy on that, we had to go in and call everything back that came through and seal the vortex. Hey, Fresh News, how are you tonight? So we're doing spiritual talk, kind of. If you've got any questions or anything you want to talk about tonight, we talked about one of the feminine archangels earlier. Did you figure out your schedule yet, hun, so we can do a collaboration? Yes, happy Easter, everybody, this weekend. Let me know your schedule, Fresh, so we can do a collaboration. I know you sent me your email, but I was waiting to see what your schedule was, huh? Well, yeah, first thing, you got to take care of yourself before you do anything else. This has been kind of a heavy week for a lot of people. Boy, Austin, you're just jumping on the bandwagon, huh? That's good. That's good. Casey she came on earlier. She sent me some of her artwork. She says she's hated art all her life, and all of a sudden she's drawing and she's mad because her work is interfering with her drawing. I said, that's funny. How did you cut your hand open, hun? Okay, so first thing I would do, hun. Okay, so I would put that statement into the bubble midnight, and I would also call in that purple vacuum to clear out all that shit. I wouldn't want to have your job, hun, because not only was it full moon, but we've had those energetic shifts and people are not handling that well. That's why all the shootings started again. Okay. I had a lady message me on Facebook because I made a comment. I said, we've got the shootings starting up again because people can't handle the shift in energy. And this lady that's really into metaphysics, but she's into conspiracy theories. She tells me, are you sure it just isn't conspiracies to take our guns away from us? I said, no, it's the energetic shifts. You put it in a beer bubble. Yeah. Problems. Well, don't forget, you can put it into the violet flame and transform it because you don't want to carry that energy around. What the hell? Pushed the glass out of my back door in a fight and my brother stabbed me. Was that over the weekend, hon? 2 weeks? Wow. Were you guys drinking when you got in a fight? 2 weekends ago. That's crazy. You guys could have really, really, really hurt each other bad. Thank God it was no worse than the hand, even though I know the hand's going to hurt, hon. You're smoking. That's just as bad. Oh my God. I'm in Colorado and I'm on a dating website and I see where they're saying, no, don't smoke, but smoke a lot. Don't drink, but smoke a lot. Do you ever wonder how much inspiration you get from the other side for creating your music? When I read a book, sometimes I think, wow, are they tapping into another world that exists out there? Yeah. So, Fresh, we were talking about the violet flame earlier. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, ask for extra spiritual protection around your dream world and your empathic world and see if that doesn't shift your dreams. And I would keep a diary of your dreams too, hon. But this was a super moon on Sunday. So anything you released on Sunday, it's going to be clear, major clearings for the next 6 months. I'm glad you got something to do besides, because if you think about it, the astrology in the tarot or spiritual, your job is more on the mental side. And now you've got the creative side too, Austin, that brings you into a nice balance. So I'm going to ask you this, Fresh. How many ways are you cheating on yourself? You have a good night, midnight. Thank you for being up. Oh, you've been up since yesterday at 11:30. Oh, yes. Blessed be to you too, and I hope you have a good night's sleep, hun. Wow. Oh, well, I have a friend that just ended up in the hospital because she didn't sleep for 4 days. So, how many ways are you cheating yourself, Fresh? You take care, Midnight. Thanks for being here, hon. Might. It might. So, look at your belief systems around that. Do you feel like you're cheating? Have you made a commitment to either woman? Now, for me, that would feel like I was cheating. To me, yeah, to me that would feel like cheating. So, ask yourself your belief systems around relationships and look at that, okay? How long have you been going out with the one there? Is it still fairly new, or do you feel like it's something that could move on to a commitment? Or does she think that it's a committed relationship? I would think because she's okay, they're using her as a reflection for you. They're going to sometimes when they want to emphasize a point about a belief system or something that you're doing or something, they will use somebody. Okay, 4 weeks ago. So you're not to a committed stage yet. But I would look at those belief systems, hon, because they might be using your wife to show you, yeah, you might be feeling a little bit of guilt that maybe you're cheating on somebody. And how much energy are you expending trying to talk to two ladies at once? I read about a guy, well, in fact, I talked to the guy. He told me the way he kept track, he was juggling 4 women at a time. He kept a flow chart in order to keep track of every one of the women. I said, this man is a superman because men normally can't do that. And I'm not saying that to be mean. Just go have fun, Jason. Just go have fun, hon. It could very possibly be, hon. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Look at your belief systems around it. Because you know what it's feel like to be cheated on because your wife cheated on you, right? How long you been talking to the woman in America, hon? Okay, let me put this to you. Okay? Why are you going to tell her about the other woman? Nothing has happened with her. She's just somebody that you're talking to, okay? If you tell her about it, then you're not going to feel guilty anymore, but you're putting the energy on her then. Do you really want her to feel like that? Is it something that you really need to tell her? Talk to yourself about that. Am I going to tell her just to make myself feel better? You know? Are you telling her just to alleviate your guilt feelings? Think about that, hon. So, Fresh, have you been on here when I told you the yes no technique? Okay. Close your eyes and think about something that makes you happy and see how your body feels. It should be relaxed, it should be happy, it should be light. Okay. And then think about something that upsets you and watch how your body reacts. It should tense up. Yeah. So if your body tenses up, that's your no. Okay? Train your body to do this, because if you're in a situation to where you have to have a yes no answer, a lot of times your body will be aware before your heart and your head is. So ask, yeah, which one? Yeah. Exactly, darling. Who are you more interested in? And what are the possibilities of you getting together with the woman in America? Hi, Rosalie. Your body, okay. If you think about something that upsets you, your body doesn't tighten up. But that's a way to ask yes, no. I try to teach you guys tools in order to, so you don't have to reach out to other people. Yeah. So the possibility of getting together with this woman in America is, yeah. Yeah, because if you're in a situation where somebody put you in a corner and is asking you a question, I experienced that because somebody asked me something, and I'm a sensible person. I don't panic. I don't get all crazy. And somebody wanted to come and visit me, and I went into a panic attack. I said, okay, my body is telling me this is not a good situation. I don't know if I would. If I had been in situations where, okay, so both my husbands cheated on me, I was the third person, and I was the one that I was the wife. The whole time we were married with both of them, I was the third person. Okay. And wasn't aware of it for a long time. Stupid pattern. But I think if somebody told me, I don't know how I would react. I don't know how I would react. It would just, I guess it would just depend on how far we had moved into a commitment. 3 months is still pretty early. Yeah. But I can look back and see the lessons that I was supposed to learn. People come in and We give them parts to play in our life for us to learn lessons, but it doesn't mean on in the physical it doesn't hurt a lot, you know. I would consider webcam stuff cheating. I would consider that cheating. Because because actually sexual energy is very, very sacred. It's supposed to be something sacred, but they have turned it into something that, you know, especially here in America, Americans are so uptight about sex. It's crazy. If you go to England, they have a sense of humor about all of it. But if you mention sex out here, there's too much stigma around sex here in America. And she doesn't, and I wouldn't tell her, hun, not if you want to move forward with a relationship with this girl. I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't want to know, especially if you've made a decision, you know, to move forward with just her. What do you think, Darlene? Would you want to know? Yeah, I think that, yeah. Yeah. We are talking about, okay, so we're kind of talking about cheating, Casey. What do you, if yeah, you explain it to her. So what is considered, let me put it this way. What is considered cheating? Yeah. I wouldn't tell her, as if you are making a choice to move forward with her and you're still early in the relationship, I wouldn't tell her. Okay. But dropping this other person, yeah. I think so early in the relationship, Darlene, it's I don't know. Some men and some women keep dating other people till they make a commitment to one person and they don't need to know everything. You know? That's my opinion. But you're not going to tell somebody you're dating, well, I'm dating four other women too. Yeah. Yeah. So I wouldn't tell her. I wouldn't tell her. Because if you want to move forward with this lady, she may say, "Oh, hell no." But if you're going to commit to this woman, then you need to cut it off with the woman in America. Oh my God. I have been single 21 years. Not even a date. Not one, only one man. And I don't think that, yeah, I wouldn't want to know because I'd probably cut off the relationship, you know, because of what I've been through, what my background is. Good for you, Austin. Is that how you're going to take your trip, hon? I haven't got my stimulus check yet. 3 different partners, boy. You must have a lot of energy. Spend it on the apartment, yeah. Casey, are you still here, hon? She probably left for the night. Yeah. So this is the way I look at it. Okay, this is what is my attitude has been since the twin flame came in. If you don't try, you won't know. Okay? Which is worse? Not trying and wonder what could have happened, or trying and having it fail? Which is worse? To me, the what could it have been is worse than trying and failing, because you're always going to have that energy of wondering, could it have worked? Does that make sense, hon? If you don't try, you don't know. Which is worse, the regrets or wondering what it could have been, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah. The regret is a killer. Because I panicked and I pushed my twin flame away. Neither one of us were ready yet, you know? And that regret is what could have happened is heavy. Okay? It's absolutely heavy. And that may be something that's holding me back from finding another relationship. I keep trying to let go of him, but he keeps appearing from fifth dimension in my dreams, you know. And I talked to somebody last night, and he came up. She told me there's a possibility of somebody coming in by August. But she also said, I see him coming back, but not anytime soon. And I said, okay, it's already been 3 years. I have no guarantee that he's ever going to come back. And I really want to experience a loving, healthy relationship in this lifetime. You know, somebody that's committed to me like I am to them. I haven't had that in this lifetime. And I keep saying, okay, universe, you owe me a good relationship, you know, after all the abuse I went through with these two. But it's yeah. But she said, she goes, no, you're never going to forget him because the doorway is open on both sides. I said, can I close the doorway? And she goes, no, because your heart is what's holding the doorway open. I said, oy vey. As long as your heart thinks there's a possibility that you can come back together, it's going to keep the door open. I said, what the hell? That's why he keeps coming in. I keep doing things to let him go. That's like last week, I put him in a bubble and put me in a bubble and blew the bubble to blow him away. Okay? I get up in the morning, I look, there's no bubble. He's not out here anyway. I turn around to walk away and he's behind me. It's like, what the heck? And he comes to me in dreams and tells me he's coming back. It's been 3 years. You know, and I'm not getting any younger. I want to experience that loving, caring relationship. The problem is, Darlene, it does feel right. He feels like home. How do I get past that? He may not come back for another 10 years. You know? It's the struggle is real. I was thinking of one of the gals. What is the Real Housewives of Tarot? She always says that the struggle is real. It is. So, Fresh, which one feels right to you? Okay, that's a belief system that she needs to clear. Okay, if she believes that, that's the type of men that she's going to draw to her. Oh, Lord, teach her how to do the bubble technique if she's open to it. She needs to clear that belief system, or that's the type of people she's going to draw in. I know that there are loving, caring men out there that are not cheaters, that are not liars. You know? Oh, so you hit close to home because you felt that too. Yeah. Put it in the bubble and clear it, hun. That's what the bubble technique is for. And that is a point of view. That is a program that you guys have. And you need to clear that, because if you don't clear that, that's going to follow down into your kids too. You know? And that's one of the things that Lady Amethyst was talking about, is she can help clear ancestral patterns, karma. And if we clear that, if we do the work to clear all the past patterns, we are clearing it not only for ourselves, but we are clearing it for our descendants also. You don't want your kids to carry that energy. That's a pretty heavy energy. Exactly. And like I said, the doctor telling me how I almost died 2 months ago is a real eye opener, you know? I knew I was sick, but I didn't think it was that sick. It's like I want to experience that healthy, loving relationship. So, do you know how to do the bubble technique, hon? Let me find it. Let me find it. Mm-hmm. Where are they? Playlist. See if your sister will try this. Okay, it's from a book called Healing Emotions in Seconds. Where is it? Okay. And there are 7 different techniques, but this is the one that resonated with me, and I try to teach it to everybody. Okay, so there's the bubble technique, hon. If you can, teach it to your sister too. You put emotions, statements, belief systems. Yeah, okay. You're 36? Yeah. He's not to the Saturn return yet, hon. We're talking about belief systems, hon. And this is one of the patterns that you want to clear. Clear it for you. Teach your sister the bubble technique, hon. See if she's open to it, to try it. Because you do not want to let that go down through the generations. Like I said, one of the things that I had to, okay, another thing that I cleared. Now, this is interesting. My mother died of uterine cancer when I was 11. Her mother died of uterine cancer when she was 11. Her mother died of uterine cancer when she was 11. That's a miasm. That is a family pattern. Okay? I was 11 when my mom died, and I said, I'm not going to experience that. And I didn't. I ordered it already, Triple Moon. I ordered it already. Oh, it's on Instagram. It's yeah. It's on Hay House too. The Shaman Dream Oracle deck. It was $15. It's normally $30. Yeah, I ordered it. I ordered it today. That's why I said sign up for messages from Hay House, and they'll send you all the sales. Yep, a lot on Amazon. Yeah, yeah. So this is probably bringing up some stuff that I need to clear too, because this is heavy. Okay, yeah. So I am going to put me in the violet flame right now to transmute some of that energy. And anything that's not mine, I'm going to send back with love and consciousness. Okay, cleared something, that's for sure. When you're clearing something, a lot of times you'll yawn. She ordered the Shaman Dream Oracle deck. It's on sale through Hay House for $15, and it's usually $40. Astro Mula. So, okay, so look at this way. Okay, I know you read, hon. There's a book out there called The Liquid Light of Sex. It's not about sex, it's about Saturn return. Okay? So, look at this way. Approximately every 28 years, okay? Approximately every 28 years, Saturn returns. Now, for some people, yeah, hayhouse.com, yeah. Approximately every 28 years. Okay, so my grandson's 27, it's already hitting him. Okay, Darlene's daughter, it's hitting her, and she's 27. So it can come a little earlier or it can come in later. So you figure from 27 to 30, from 54 to 60, okay? And then about approximately 28 years after that is when Saturn returns. Wow. So there was aura around the moon? How old are you, Triple Moon? On my Saturn return, I'm moving out of my parents' house. Yeah. Austin, you know a lot about Saturn return. You tell us some things about Saturn return. Ah. Well, these moons are bringing in changes. There's all kinds of energetic shifts going on. So were you sitting and doing that before or after the glass incident? No, it's not about sex. It's called the liquid light of sex. Yeah. It's by oh, I can't think of her name now. It's called The Liquid Light of Sex. It's an older astrology book, and she's one of the legends in astrology. That book made a lot of sense. I'll have to see if I could find it. Yeah, you should probably be saving your money to buy your own house, Austin. Now, Austin, they are building those printer houses down in Florida now. Okay? They are running a heck of a lot cheaper than a house. So I would check into the 3D printer houses in Florida. You might look into that, hon. See if you could afford to buy your own house. Well, after the glass, yeah. Not the mobile homes. Austin, check into the 3D printer houses. They're starting to sell them all over the United States now, and they have some up in New York, and they're starting a bunch of them in Florida. Okay, don't get a mobile home, but I would seriously, hon, I would look into the 3D printed houses. They can make those in days. Barbara Hand Clow. Yes, that's it, hon. That's it. How you doing tonight, teardrops? Okay, so I'm going to recommend a YouTube site. It's called Life Uncontained. I've been watching this couple for 2 years. They moved from Florida to Texas and started building the shipping container houses. He's still building it, okay? and they talk about all their trials, their tribulations, their successes, how they're moving forward, everything, and they are the cutest couple. But it's called Life Uncontained, and it's a 20-minute video every week, and it's like watching a series. It's awesome, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, they started originally making the 3D houses in order to for places that have had hurricanes and stuff. Yeah. Oh, so maybe you're opening your crown chakra a little. You rented one, it had 3 bedrooms. How did you like it, hun? I have a couple people up in New York that are looking at them. Yeah. Yeah. My house was my 4,000 square foot house was supposed to be a straw bale house. Good night, Darlene. Thank you for being here, hon. Okay. It was supposed to be a straw bale house. And the bank backed out the night before they were going to deliver the straw bales because the architect couldn't be up there. Yeah. Good night, Darlene. The containers were the bedrooms. Yeah. They started out with 2 containers. Okay. And then they built the stuff connecting, but then they added another room on the side, and it's a good thing they did because she's going on her second baby. Yeah. So they need the room, but that's called Life Uncontained. I recommend everybody watch that. This couple is so cute. It's like watching a TV program every week, you know? So, yeah, Florida gets the hurricanes, but these 3D printer houses are not like these are very, very secure houses, hon. Actually, look on YouTube. Okay, I'm talking about the 3D printer houses, though. Yeah, the metal ones. The metal ones can still blow away, and I'm sure that they still draw her tornadoes and stuff like a mobile home does. But the 3D, yeah. Stop making excuses, Austin. You sound like my brother. I'm serious, hon. Google it. 3D printer houses in Florida. And if you get a chance, go see one. I have a couple people that in New York, I mean, the houses are a 2 to 3 bedroom house up there is running $550,000, and they're having bidding wars on them. They are building 3D 3 bedroom printer houses for $300,000. Okay, it's a lot cheaper, but a lot of that $300,000 is you can buy a lot for $150,000, $180,000 up there. You know, so I would look into it, hun. You might be better buying a house. You know. Oh, how can you do that? Oh, how can you? Are they not financially secure, Fresh? I think that's the only reason that, or does your mom need to be taken care of? Why would you live separate like that and you're married? Ugh, by a tarot turbus. So, Austin, I am doing a psychic fair in 2 weeks. Okay. Getting out of my comfort zone. And then I am doing another one up north in May. Oh my gosh. So why doesn't your mother kick him out? They have money? Well, you know, that's crazy. You know, the universe has a sense of humor sometimes because my youngest daughter moved out. 2 weeks later, my oldest daughter got kicked out by her boyfriend. She ended up moving in with me, and I said, okay, universe, you got a sense of humor. Because I thought I'm finally going to be on my own, you know? And then she was here for 2 years. You found the 3D printer houses, hon? I would seriously check into that, hon. Yeah. I would seriously check into that because you might be able to buy a house instead of renting an apartment, you know? It's just a possibility, Austin, you know? Maybe your parents would help you come up with the down. Okay, Austin, you can also look around for programs. Okay, Austin, look around for programs for first-time home buyers. They can help you with the down payment. Yeah, exactly. You might as well be in your own house rather than paying rent. But like I said, there are first-time home buyer programs that can help you with the down payment on the house. Now, my son got that, and I know several other people too. My son thought it was a scam. They said, well, do you want to do this as a grant or do you want to do it where you pay it back? He thought it was a scam, so he says, well, I want to do it so I pay it back. That was $15,000. He would have had a grant for $15,000 for down payment. So these are options. Yeah. So, you know, I I have a little bit of a knowledge about a lot of things. And they usually have you buy houses under a certain amount. And if the 3D printer houses are a couple $100,000 less than other things, then you should be able to qualify for that with no problem, hun. And those 3D printer houses would probably be really, really good. Okay. That's somebody told me that last week. Somebody told me that last week, Fresh. Men just don't see me. It's a grant. Okay, a grant is something that you don't have to pay back. Wow. That shouldn't have made any difference at all if you have kids or not, because that's your, yeah. I don't think we were kind of talking about this a little bit earlier, Fresh. I made myself invisible. I gained weight for one thing because I didn't know how to deal with men being sexual with me, grabbing my ass, you know. They're saying that they can, Austin. Okay. So I made myself invisible. I was not I was a possession. I wasn't a person. Okay. And I was shy. I was young. I didn't know how to deal with all these millionaires grabbing my butt or making suggestions for me. I had no way of dealing with any of that stuff. So I withdrew, gained weight, put up walls, you know. So, and now men don't see me, you know. I am getting a lot of hits on I'm doing OkCupid right now, but the thing is, okay, I'm getting hits from guys that are 25 years old. There is no way in hell I'm going to go with somebody that's 25 years old. Oh, that's younger than my kids. Yeah, well, I was, and you know, I think that if any of them approached him about sleeping with me, he probably would have volunteered me, you know, and yeah, maybe that would have happened, and it should have happened, and I should have woke up and left him. You were 21, you were dating a 50-year-old? Oh my God. Why would you do that? Now, my twin flame is a little over 10 years younger than me. And I think that's part of the reason why. And he's a hardworking Capricorn, you know? And I think he's trying to reestablish his stability, and that's all he's focusing on. But he needs to go through a healing process also, you know? I would love it if Austin could get a 3D printer house. That'd be cool. They are concrete, the walls, and they are reinforced through the walls with steel, you know, and they can be done in a couple days. Okay, Fresh, let me know when you get settled, hon, when you start feeling better. Let me know your schedule, okay? And we'll do a collaboration. And I was going to do one with Triple Moon tomorrow, but she's got to work tomorrow night. Yeah. You guys are funny. You have an awesome time, Fresh. Thank you for being here. Yeah. You're funny, Austin, that you would say that. Hopefully, we'll see you next week, Fresh. I hope your hand feels better, hon. We'll send some. We'll all send some Reiki energy to your hand, okay? So, what do you think, Austin? Did you look at them? If you Google, okay, if you Google some up in Florida, it shows you what they look like. I don't know if they have a subdivision in a couple places in New York, but I do know that they're supposed to be starting some subdivisions down in Florida. Okay. I don't think 9 years is too bad. Okay, but that's 29 years difference. 29 years is a little much. I think I'm pushing it with the twin flame. And my second husband was 13 years younger than me. Oh, crazy lady. Austin, did you find any of those houses anywhere close to you? I wish I had $500,000. I would start a business doing that. They would go up like crazy out here in Colorado, you know, especially down in southern Colorado. There's a lot of places down here in Colorado you can buy 40 acres for $13,000. Yeah. It may be different though, Jason, if the woman is older than you rather than somebody younger than you. Did you have fun, hon? Did you have some fun, Jason? Yeah, I just don't have the finances to buy property here in Colorado. It's like 3 months ago, the land was like $9,000. Now it's like $13,000. And if you look at West Cliff, Colorado, it's awesome down there. It's absolutely beautiful. It's along the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Just absolutely gorgeous. I would love to have 40 acres again. I would build one of those 3D printer houses too. Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to buy land in Colorado, then you need to buy it soon. But in southern Colorado, the prices are pretty decent. Oh, heavens. What time are you going online tomorrow, Austin? What time are you going online tomorrow, Austin? Okay, so he's Jason's playing some games. He's out in the sunshine. Don't forget he's down in Australia, and it's daytime out there. I don't think it's golf after 5. Okay, I'll probably check in. I don't have a collaboration tomorrow, and then the next weekend I probably will be gone all weekend. So the oracle cards, hun. Maybe at 8 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It takes about I think about 10 days for those to come in. Girl, I have all kinds of oracle cards. We can Instagram chat. Yeah. Yeah. Triple moon, what are you scared of? Yikes, tomorrow's April 3rd. Why are you scared, hon? Oh, yeah. So I would put up a protection of violet light tomorrow. But they're way too far from your work. So, Austin, why don't you start visualizing one of those houses closer to your work? And could you not transfer to another building, hon? Or you like the one you're at? So what else is possible, Austin? What else is possible for you to own your own 3D printer home? 22 minutes is nothing. Are you kidding me? Hi, Rudy. How you doing tonight, hon? Austin, 22 minutes is nothing. And especially if you owned your own home, honey. Oh. 22. Oh, you're just a spoiled little brat, aren't you? How's your shoulder, Rudy? How's your shoulder, hon? "22 minutes is too far from your work." Oh my gosh. You're tired, hon? Austin, you need to rethink that. Okay, you're building for the future when you buy your own home. Why are you going to move out of your parents' house at your age and pay rent? That's wasted money. And yeah. So we'll ask Archangel Michael for protection tomorrow too, everybody. Ask for his blue light of protection. Yeah. Paying rent is wasted money. Yeah. "22 minutes. You are so funny, Austin. I used to drive half an hour to work, and then when I moved out here in Elbert County, I was driving an hour to work. Actually, it was 50 minutes. See? Just take the time to look at them, hon. Okay? And if you find a good realtor, they may already have, okay? They might already have the information for first-time home buyers. And one of the things about the 3D printers houses, you can pick your designs of what you want. All they have to do is program it in. Okay? Check it out, hon. I think you might be happy. And you may shock your parents by going out and buying a house instead of a rental, you know? You have a 16-minute drive. And you're complaining about 6 more minutes and owning your own home? Oh my gosh, Austin, where's your head? What else is possible, Austin? You're so funny. What else is possible, hun? No, no. The 3D printer houses are made out of concrete, okay, and they put metal stuff in it in order to whether it's rebar or brackets or whatever to hold it all together. No, it's not plastic at all. And it's insulated. It would be, the electrical bills would be less. Okay. They would be super insulated. And he could, like I said, he could pick whatever design he wants. It only takes days to put it up. It takes longer to do the inside than it does to print the house up. And they are, yeah. And I was watching one the other day that was saying that the first one that went up in the country was down in Florida, and it was a machine. It was a garage. In order to see how it went, and it went through one of the hurricanes really easy. Yeah. Yeah. Just a suggestion. I'm trying to help you. Yeah, you might be. Austin, go talk to him. What else is possible, hun? You know, what else is possible? Exactly. But again, like I said, Monday, start checking into first time home buyers program. And one of those houses should qualify because they usually want you to buy a house that's less than what the market is. I love being out in the middle of the country. Now I'm in a small town, okay, and the neighbor next to me I think has like 5 acres lengthwise, and when it snows or the weather's cold, I have deer next door. And there's a little fox that lives underneath the one of the buildings next door. And I go out here and I hear coyotes in the middle of the night. You know, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, the town I'm in has no traffic lights, and there are two in the town. There's three now. They just put up another one. There's three in the little town next to me, 7 miles from here. And that's because they just redid some roads. Little towns are awesome. Yeah. Austin, I would be excited for you if you could have your own house. That would be awesome. I would like to see you build equity for the future. Yeah. Yes. What never worked? Teardrops? Oh, coyote sound funny. Yeah. Oh, mini house? You can have them design a 2 or a 3 bedroom house for you. Oh, the traffic light? Yeah. Yeah, there's no lights at all here in this town. And I'd say the length of the town east to west is probably a quarter of a mile. But yet we have the unincorporated down far south. Yeah. And the sunsets out here are incredible. We can see, yeah. We can see the Front Range Mountains, and some of those sunsets are just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, we're at 3 hours and 40 minutes. Is everybody talked out yet? I've been trying to close them all down before 4 hours. So you guys have anything else you want to talk about tonight? I'm so happy you're here tonight, Triple Moon. You got to come in earlier tonight. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, Austin, let me know what you find out about the houses. I'm curious. Let me know if you want to do a collaboration anytime soon. Okay? Otherwise, I'll be here Sunday night to do readings. You can always go back and listen. Okay, we started the angel talk probably after the first half hour. Yeah. Yeah. What are the possibilities, Austin? What are the possibilities? What else is possible here? What grand and glorious adventure can you co-create with the universe? Okay. But the talk is on there. That's one nice thing about YouTube. You can go back and watch them, okay? Yes, let's message me tomorrow and we'll talk about your crown chakra. And it's interesting because we were talking about, the Lady Amethyst. You didn't hear all the talk though, okay? You didn't hear it all. So we were talking about Lady Amethyst, and she works with the seventh ray and the seventh chakra. Message me if you decide you want to do a collaboration. I will be here. Okay? I will be here. Just let me know, hon, what you want to do. We can do it on yours tomorrow. Okay? Fun stuff. I love doing collaborations. All I'm going to be doing tomorrow is probably be out here puttering around, starting more seeds. I'm telling you, I'm turning into the crazy plant lady. My oregano's coming up. The pumpkins are coming up. The marigolds are coming up, and I have more to start. Yeah. Okay, so everybody have a good night. Austin, message me. Let me know what you want to do. Okay? Just make a choice, make a decision, and I will go with whatever you want to do. Okay? And please let me know what you find out about those houses. I'm excited for you. Okay? Everybody have a good night. Have an awesome weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you Sunday night, okay? Love you. Yeah, love you all. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for contributing, and have a good night. Namaste.